Hello, everyone. I'm Claire Stewart. Thanks for joining us tonight. Alabama Governor Robert Bentley has announced 3% proration for public schools and 15% proration for most state agencies. Bentley says the education budget has a $165 million shortfall. The general fund budget is $110 million short. He says proration is necessary to balance the budget. The governor says the education budget cuts are effective immediately. The general fund budget cuts will depend on action by the legislature, which will protect some essential services. The Alabama legislature will kick off its 2011 session tomorrow. The House and Senate will convene at noon to conduct routine business. Governor Bentley will give his first State of the State speech tomorrow night at 6:30 in the old House chamber at the state capitol. Republicans control the Alabama legislature for the first time since Reconstruction. The first bill GOPs want to discuss is requiring all voters to show a valid government-issued photo identification at the polls. For nearly a decade, the Area Agency on Aging of West Alabama has provided a way to get free prescription drugs for senior citizens and people on disability. But with proposed budget cuts announced by Governor Bentley today, the future of the Senior RX program isn't so certain. WVUA's Matt McCoy explains.
We provide a service that is something that is very important because many people may not have access to the needed medications.
And that service has provided more than $200 million in free prescriptions in Alabama, $14 million in West Alabama, giving families enough resources to have a good quality of life.
We would like to continue to provide this service so that people will not have to choose between purchasing their prescriptions and buying groceries.
Bob Green's Aunt Agnes participated in the Senior RX program. Agnes, like many senior citizens, had trouble paying for her medication with her Social Security check.
She had to pay her health insurance. She had to pay for her groceries, her medicines, for her telephones, all of her utilities. And the Social Security check was really not enough to cover it all. So she was dipping into her savings. I think the saddest point that anyone can reach in their life is the point of saying, well, I guess I don't have the money to buy my medication, so I guess I just might as well hang it up and go do what I have to do to survive. But surviving is really not the thing that our senior citizens should have to look at.
But they might have to start worrying. Melanie Allen with the Area Agency on Aging says the program's future is uncertain thanks to budget cuts at the state level. While the news may seem grim, Green says there's ways you can help.
We need to flood Montgomery with a lot of letters, phone calls, personal visits. Just let the governor and the legislature know that here is a program that has been very vital to the senior citizens in Alabama.
Reporting in Northport, Matt McCoy, WVUA News.
For more information on the Area Agency on Aging of West Alabama, you can visit their website through our website, WVUATV.com. There, just click on numbers and links. State lawmakers aren't the only ones facing a tough financial future. Northport Mayor Bobby Herndon discussed the city's finances with the Northport Advisory Board tonight. WVUA's Raquel Walker was there and has more.
You know, this past year we had to lay off 19 employees. I would have never thought that we'd have had to do anything like that. We're not doing any agency funding. Para, library, Warrior Baseball.
Northport Mayor Bobby Herndon says the city of Northport must be thrifty in light of the negative 0.5% sales tax for 2010. Northport City Administrator Scott Collins agrees.
Thrifty is an understatement when you only have 25 or 26% of your revenue to operate your city, then you have no choice but to be thrifty.
Mayor Herndon says a bill allowing Northport residents to vote on Sunday alcohol sales could come up in state legislation as early as Thursday. Mayor Herndon says he's going door to door supporting Northport Sunday alcohol sales to save his city.
I'm in a defensive mode, survival mode, because Tuscaloosa has it now overwhelmingly passed it. And, you know, so I've got to make sure that my city's taken care of, or we won't be doing so good.
Mayor Herndon and Collins agrees one of the biggest financial hardships facing Northport is gas prices.
If the retail prices approach $3.70 or above for unleaded, then the city will have to review some fuel use policies. We do that now, but it would create a hardship in that area of the budget for sure.
Despite the gloomy financial forecast, Collins and Herndon are trying to stay positive.
We're probably a little better off if you look for cities our size. We're certainly carrying our weight, but again, the economy is not something that we've seen in the last 20 or 25 years, and it certainly affects all municipalities.
Reporting in Northport, Raquel Walker, WVUA News.
Mayor Herndon says another challenge Northport is facing is losing quality police and firefighters to other cities that can afford to pay them more. If you've been driving around West Alabama lately, you've probably noticed gas prices are rising. The national average is $3.37 for a gallon of regular unleaded. That's up from $2.70 this time last year. In the Tuscaloosa area, AAA's daily fuel gauge report shows the average for regular unleaded at $3.29 a gallon. This time last year, it was $2.61. So how are drivers coping with the sudden upswing in gas prices?
Where I'm from in Warner Robins is about $3.18, and like I said, here it's about $3.40. So it's quite a big jump, and I'm expecting a lot more as we go further down the road.
I think it's going to put us back in a recession again. Make us go back deeper into debt.
So what's the reason behind these rising prices? Oil expert Dr. Peter Clark at the University of Alabama says it's several things, including supply, demand, and speculators. Assuming the price in oil will rise because of the recent uprising in the Middle East, Clark says if the uprising continues, gas prices will rise, but if it settles, we should see a decline in prices. If you have a parking ticket in the city of Tuscaloosa, you might be able to get by with paying a smaller fine. Tomorrow night, the city officials plan to propose an amnesty period for parking tickets in Tuscaloosa. If passed, the proposal would allow those with outstanding parking fines to pay the cost of the original ticket, avoiding late fines, and for some drivers, avoiding arrest. City Attorney James Woodson says the Tuscaloosa Department of Transportation has new technology that allows quicker access to tag information.
The reason for doing it at this time is the city has enhanced through its software the ability to run tags and get tag information. So the city can very readily access the tag information, find out who the car belongs to, which is much better than what we've had before.
If approved, the amnesty period will run through April 28th. Well, it's been a stormy day across West Alabama, but Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott says bluebird skies are in our future. He joins us with a first look at the forecast.
Hey Claire, yeah, that's right. No thunderstorms out there anymore. Dry conditions have settled in. In fact, the entire WVUA TV coverage area, no watches, warnings, advisories, no rain out there. In fact, clouds are starting to break up across parts of your area. There's a line of thunderstorms working across our state earlier this afternoon, prompting several severe thunderstorm warnings, a couple of tornado warnings across parts of our state as well. Some active weather, no doubt about it today. And we've got a little batch of clouds working in from the north and west, but these will quickly work across our state. In fact, later on tonight, conditions will clear out and we'll have plenty of sun for our Tuesday forecast, starting off around 54 by 9 o'clock and sunshine all day. We'll have temperatures topping out at 66 by 3 o'clock. What about the rest of our forecast? Does include more severe weather. Home team weather is coming up. Stay with us.
A Cooker man is behind bars after he admitted to sexually abusing a dog. 56-year-old Samuel Earl Sims is charged with animal cruelty. Witnesses told sheriff's deputies they saw Sims abusing a mixed-breed dog at a home on Hillview Lane in Tuscaloosa County around midnight Sunday morning. Tuscaloosa County Sheriff Ted Sexton says Sims admitted he had sexual intercourse with the dog. Alabama does not have any bestiality laws on the books, but Sheriff Sexton told us they do plan to pursue additional charges.
The dog was impounded, was taken to the Metro Animal Shelter. The dog this morning was examined and treated by Dr. Jimmy Canat. As soon as we have those reports back, then we will be, in my opinion, pursuing other charges.
Sims pleaded guilty to an arson charge in 1992 after setting fire to several trailers and a car at a mobile home park. Court files indicate Sims cannot read or write and that he has a 5th grade education. He's being held in the Tuscaloosa County Jail on $500 bond. This weekend marks the first time people in Tuscaloosa can buy alcohol on Sundays. Last week, voters overwhelmingly approved Sunday alcohol sales in the Druid City. That means any business holding a license to sell alcohol will be eligible to sell it from noon until 9:30. According to the act, the city council has the right to regulate any part of the act, but officials have not said what that could mean. The results of that vote are expected to be certified tomorrow.